Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, and I am William Heinman, your host. This is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job or they screw it up. And this is coming to us from Avaya Israel, and his channel is We the People University. Now, if you go over to Avira's channel, please tell him I sent you guys over there, all right? You're going to enjoy his channel. He has a lot of in-depth information. He has an ebook that is free that is on how the police work and operate. He also has several books that you can buy that gets deeper into how they operate. Elvira Israel used to be a police officer and a sheriff's deputy and quit both of them because of the way they act. His moral compass is higher than theirs is, which if you have been listening to my ranting and raving, as some of my viewers call it, I always call it commentary. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a snowball. The scary part is that there are those out there who would like to shut us down and to keep us quiet and to make us go away. We're not going to go away. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to shut up. We are going to start holding these scumbags accountable. Now, when I say scumbag, what am I talking about? I'm talking about bad police officers that either don't do their job incorrectly, do their job the way they feel it should be done, not the way the law states it should be done, abusing people, hurting people, killing people. And then you have YouTube, who tries to block everything they can because the public isn't adult enough to see the videos. It's really becoming a shame that our officers in America can act like a bunch of buffoons, scumbags. They think that they're sovereign citizens because they're above the law. The law doesn't pertain to them. And I have news for you. They're finding out slowly that it does. There's officers who are being disbarred. Well, when I say disbarred, they're taking their certifications away from them because they're not qualified to be a police officer. They're going to prison. They're going to jail. They're slipping through the cracks and getting deferred punishments. There are some judges out there that just will not sentence a officer to prison or jail, so they put him in deferments. You name it, it's happening. We have mayors who aren't acting the way they're supposed to. We have council members who aren't acting like they're supposed to. You folks out there working for us are public servants. Listen to me, public servants. You are there to serve the public. You are there to do a job to the best of your ability, not the way you think it should be done, not because you have some hocus pocus potions like the red Kool-Aid you want us to drink. You are there to do a job. We pay you to do that job. Start doing it, or we're going to get rid of you and find somebody that can. It's that simple. And it's starting to happen, guys. Do me a favor real quick. When you go over to Avira's channel, please subscribe to him. Hit his like and share. It helps his algorithms. He's doing a lot better than I am. I'm new at this. I've only been doing this since October. And I'm fairly new. So if you guys would hit my subscribe button, because it helps me out. And I do truly appreciate everybody that's subscribed. You guys, I couldn't do this without you. I really can't. So thank you once again for your subscription. Hit the like and share because it helps my algorithms. Thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you. Leave me a comment. Hit the bell icon because that way you know when I put out a new video. All right. Let's get this going. This one here is about the young man that was basically put on the asphalt and burned severely by Phoenix Police Department. Wow, really? No shit. You know, Phoenix has 11 officers that are on the Brady list. I thought if you were on the Brady list, you couldn't be an officer. Well, that's not in Arizona. You know, we do things our own way. You got Phoenix, you got Mesa, you got Tucson, and then you have the, what's the sheriff's down there in Tucson? These guys are all scumbags, man. The major majority of them. They do what they want, when they want, and how they want. And if you don't like it, they just arrest you. We actually need James Freeman and his crew to come back down to Tucson and see if they can clean that mess up again. We thought they had it cleaned up a couple years ago. And for a little while they did, but now it's turned into a cesspool again. Anyway, guys, let's start this video. Here we go.
And he's spent over a month in a burn unit with police peeping through the windows to see what he was doing.
If true, that means Phoenix officers knew his condition was bad. And Michael says officers were there for days and often kept him handcuffed.
Like, what do you mean they were there?
They were just outside the room. They had like this little like clicker thing that's like a blind inside the window, and they just...
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. And today we have another video, and guess what state? Arizona, Phoenix Police Department. And we're going to cover this video that YouTube felt, how should I say this, that you guys were not old enough or mature enough to watch without their permission. So therefore they just simply hid the video from you. And they do that by adding these age restrictions or copyright strikes, or the number of YouTube tactics that they use to hide videos. But anyway, they hid the video. I don't know why. It's a news clip of how the Phoenix Police Department literally tortured this man. And if you guys don't believe what I'm saying, just read this comment, for example. Someone wrote, "Yo, it's been months since I've seen you." Like, I get these type of comments all the time. And just to show you that this is not a, I don't know, just to show I'm telling the truth, I'll just let them slide across the bottom of the screen as we do the video to see that this is what YouTube is attempting to hide from the viewers. I don't understand why, because I thought it was a free country. I thought we had rights. I thought we had the freedom of press, but obviously not in America, because as we try to inform you, the viewer, on what's happening, we meet all type of
taxes was paying the price.
Well, I speak for myself. I meet, and I'm sure tons of other channels as well are meeting all type of roadblocks dealing with the YouTube platform. Okay, so watch this and share it, like it before they block this video as well. But this is actually the update where this case stands at this very moment concerning this man who was tortured by Phoenix police. Let's check this out. Leave your thoughts down below.
The DOJ wants to take over that department, and the city just made national headlines after we exposed officers punching and tasering a man who's deaf.
Tonight, we're back investigating a new case, and we're warning you right off the bat, parts of this story are hard to watch.
Yeah, this video shows officers on top of a man in the middle of the afternoon, in the middle of the summer, in the middle of a record-breaking heat wave.
That man has not been charged for this incident, but he spent more than a month in the hospital with third-degree burns. His attorneys say officers literally cooked him on the blacktop. We've blurred the pictures of those burns here, but we're going to show you more of that a little later in this story. Our chief investigator, Dave Biskuping, interviewed that man and also got that surveillance video.
What day did this happen?
July 6th.
Okay.
I believe it was like around 2 in the afternoon.
And it was pretty hot that day, right? Like 115 or something?
I believe it was breaking record.
Yeah.
This is Michael Kenyon, and it was actually 114 on that day. And what happened left him with scars all over his body, up and down his arms, across his chest, on his legs, with chunks missing from his knees.
Just avoid the mirrors now. I don't even care to look.
It happened in a parking lot off 7th Street, just north of downtown. Surveillance video shows Michael on the phone walking to the store. That's when a police SUV pulled up behind him. He says the officers told him to come here, and he did.
I walked up to them and with my phone in the hand and said what happened or what's going on. I don't really remember what I said, but I came back. One officer grabbed my one wrist, and then the other officer grabbed my other wrist.
Before we go further, here's the backstory. Michael lives in a house close by, practically across the street. And according to Michael, his roommate had just reported a theft from their house.
So there was a theft situation going on.
Right, and he just.
But it wasn't involving you, right?
No.
A court record search shows Michael has a handful of misdemeanor cases in Arizona. 3 dismissed, 1 guilty judgment for criminal damage, and on this day, he had an outstanding warrant for a failure to appear. But Michael claims he didn't know he had a warrant. And police confirmed these officers didn't know about it either.
In my mind, too, I feel like deep down, like, because I think to myself, like, I had a bad past, I don't deserve a lot of good things in my life, so I'm like, maybe I did deserve this, you know?
That's the background. Now let's get back to what happened. Remember, we don't have body camera video, so we can't hear what's happening.
And then they told me, like, instantly in a like a mean, hostile voice, that they were saying, like, you're being detained, and I said, but I'm on the phone, what did I do? Like, I didn't do anything, please explain to me. And they're like, why are you getting antsy? Why are you, seem like you're nervous? And I said, I'm not, you scared me, like, you told me I'm being detained and I didn't do anything. Can you at least explain to me? I want to sit down, let me sit down. Like, look, I'm not trying to run. And I sat down on the back of some random person's truck tail.
I saw that, yeah.
About 15 seconds later, Michael stands. The video shows them struggling for about 30 seconds. Then more officers run up and take him down.
They said, give me your arm, stop resisting. And I think that's when like 5 people were on me.
He thought of George Floyd because they were kneeling on his back and neck, in addition to the pavement burning his body. Michael spent more than 4 minutes on the blacktop before getting handcuffed, then picked up and dragged to the police car. He said his skin was already bubbling and peeling away.
Can you describe the pain? Like, how bad was it?
Like going through hell in Hades, I guess you'd say. It's like.
So I'm pretty sure the pictures are enough evidence. I don't have to read this, but to help you further understand how hot the pavement can become, all I did was a simple Google search and listen to what Google stated. In 114-degree weather, pavement, particularly asphalt, can reach temperatures as high as 160 degrees Fahrenheit due to its dark color absorbing a large amount of heat from the sun, often being 40 to 60 degrees hotter than the surrounding air temperature, meaning it can be significantly hotter than the actual air temperature, making it crucial to consider the pavement temperature when walking pets or going barefoot outside on hot days. At such high temperatures, even brief contact with the pavement can cause burns, especially on sensitive skin like a dog's paw. Now, with that being said, just imagine that you're being pressed down on this ground. You have 5, 6, however many officers on your back. It's like, I hate to describe it this way, but I'm trying to paint the picture. I mean, you guys can see it, but flip a burger, use the spatula and press the burger onto the pan or the grill. You're pressing for a reason, because you're trying to get a sear, or you're trying to cook the outside as best as possible. This is literally what these cops did to this man as he cried out in pain as they torture him. Let's keep watching. And now for the update, the $15 million update. That's what the settlement offer has been set at. If the city of Phoenix settles for less or attempts to settle for less.
Hey there, you're listening to State of Survival Radio. Calling all survivors who can hear this.
Then a lawsuit for at least $15 million will be filed. Let's get some details on that.
Phoenix PD's on notice. They're set to face yet another lawsuit, and it's from a case we exposed just a couple months ago.
During our record-breaking heat wave this summer, officers held this man down on the asphalt with the skin melting and peeling away from his body. ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscopine broke that story.
This is Michael Kenyon, and this video shows the permanent scars that are now left across his chest, his arms, and his legs. They're the same images included in this new 10-page settlement demand that his lawyers just filed against Phoenix. And it says if the city doesn't settle for more than $15 million, they will sue.
The Phoenix police are demonstrating an utter disregard for human life.
You feel like they cooked him on the asphalt.
Okay, guys, I'm going to break in here for a second. The sad part is that the $15 million comes out of the pocket of the folks in Phoenix, Arizona, the citizens and the state of Arizona. If it came out of these pockets of these scumbags, out of their pension funds, that's fine, but they still should not be able to do this. These police officers not only should be charged personally and made to pay, but should also be in prison for harming another human being for no reason. That's my opinion.
Oh, they did. There's no doubt.
It happened on July 6th, a 114-degree day. Michael was walking to a gas station when officers stopped him. Now, records show he had an outstanding warrant, but Michael claims he didn't know he had one. In the settlement demand, Michael Canyon's attorneys blame Phoenix PD's deficient training, unconstitutional practices, and violent culture, writing, quote, "And there is little doubt due to a lack of training and supervision. Indeed, through 1,147 pages of operation orders, there does not appear to be a single word guiding officers about the severe risk of injury posed by holding subjects against pavement." Michael Kenyon spent a month hospitalized. He needs more rehab, therapy, and surgeries. But during our interview, he said the first days were the worst.
We just screaming at the top of my lungs, like wishing it was over, you know what I mean?
Now back to his $15,530,000 settlement demand. This is how his attorneys came up with the number. Michael is 30 years old. At an average life expectancy, he should live another 42 years. That is 15,330 days. We are confident that not a single one of you would choose to live in Michael's disfigured body and traumatized mind for $1,000 a day. And we are confident a jury would agree that this is a modest sum for what the Phoenix Police Department has cost to him. Phoenix is declining to comment on this settlement demand.
Yeah, I'm sure they are declining to comment. $1,000 per day for the rest of his life. So if that was me in that situation, would I want $1,000 per day for the rest of my life? And I'm sure you guys already know the answer to that, because I'm sure most of you are saying right now that that's nowhere near enough. And here's the bad part about it. We are going to pay for it, but they are going to still get a pension and retire and go off into the sunset and live happily ever after. And while we're paying for the lawsuit, $1,000 a day per day is still not enough. And this man is still going to live with the torture and torment of what he had to go through and experience and suffer with for the rest of his life. So the only people that are really suffering are the taxpayers, the citizens, the law-abiding citizens, and the people who are getting away with pensions and retirements are the criminals who are actually conducting these, I don't know what to even call them, but they get away with it, okay? And while people like myself and even other channels and YouTubers out here that are trying to share the information to the people so the people can do, something, this is continuing to happen over and over and over again. Shadow banning. Like, I can't tell you how many emails I'm receiving on a daily basis. Are you still there? Do you still make videos? I've been unsubscribed. Just take time. Pause the video and read some of these comments. And I'll tell you this, the comments that I'm sliding across the screen, it's not even like half, nowhere near half of the comments. I couldn't even copy them all, to be honest with you. But I say that and show that to say this is a fight that takes all of us, okay? Not just because we have a YouTube channel and you don't. Well, you help as well. You help by sharing the videos, because as you see, YouTube stops people like myself and other channels from sharing. We have some channels that are still going strong, and I hope those channels continue to flourish and continue to get the word out, because it's helping. But for those who are under attack by YouTube because they don't want this information going out, keep liking, keep sharing, and we're going to keep doing what we're going to do, what we have to do, and you guys keep doing what you guys have to do. learn your rights, and fight back. Enough is enough. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.
Okay, guys, so you tell me, are these scumbags going to be held accountable? Of course not. You know why? Because they're part of Phoenix Police Department's police force. The corruption in the union here in Phoenix is just staggering. DOJ has come in and has threatened to pull the plug on them, as well as it should. And then we have some politicians are going, oh, no, they're doing a good job. You guys are delusional. I am a taxpayer of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm getting tired of paying for these clowns. Let them pay for them out of their own pension funds. And let's see how well it works then. You know, they beat up a deaf man. They got caught doing that. They burned this guy to, you know, like he's a pork chop. And it just goes on and on and on and on. There's no end to this. You know, Phoenix, Tucson, Mesa, and the sheriff's department down in Tucson have to be the worst police departments in Arizona. And I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the way it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be safe, guys. I'll talk to you again later. Remember, always film the police.